Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Before we dive into today's news, I kindly ask you to subscribe and hit the like button to support our content. Now, let's get into the latest developments. Broncos officially part ways with Greg Dulcich, a former third-round pick. The Denver Broncos have made a significant move, officially parting ways with tight end Greg Dulcich, their 2022 third-round draft pick. Once seen as a promising prospect with the potential to excel in Sean Payton's offense, Dulcich's time in Denver has come to an end, marking the conclusion of an era that began with high hopes, but was ultimately derailed by injuries and inconsistent performance. A promising start cut short. Dulcich's rookie season offered glimpses of his potential as a dynamic playmaker. Known for his versatility and ability to create mismatches in the passing game, he was envisioned as the perfect joker for Payton's offensive scheme. However, recurring injuries, most notably hamstring and foot issues, limited his availability and productivity. In 2023, he was seldom seen on the field, and his struggles continued into 2024. After a brief stint earlier this season, including the Broncos' narrow victory over the New York Jets, Dulcich was benched and has not played since. The writing seemed to be on the wall, but the official decision to waive him still carries a degree of surprise given the initial promise he showed. The waiver process and future prospects. With the move coming after the NFL trade deadline, Dulcich is now subject to the waiver wire. His relatively affordable contract, including a budget-friendly year in 2024, could make him an attractive pickup for a team willing to gamble on his potential despite his recent setbacks. Dulcich's collegiate career at UCLA showcased his big play ability, including an impressive 17.6 yards per reception and a knack for versatility across offensive formations. Scouts had high hopes for his NFL transition, bolstered by his athletic profile and speed. Early warning signs. Dulcich's decline in Denver became apparent during his first offseason under Payton, where he was curiously listed behind Adam Trautman on the depth chart. This subtle yet telling move indicated that the coaching staff's confidence in Dulcich was waning. Despite general manager George Payton's affinity for Dulcich, fueled in part by their shared UCLA roots, the team has decided to move forward without him. Roster implications. The Broncos' decision to cut Dulcich highlights the broader challenges of managing their 53-man roster. Remaining tight ends on the active roster include Trautman, Nate Adkins, and Lucas Krull. On the practice squad, Donald Parham Jr. and Thomas Yasmin provide additional depth, with Parham potentially being elevated in the coming weeks. The Broncos' tight end shuffle isn't happening in isolation. The team faces tough decisions regarding other players, including wide receiver Josh Reynolds and edge rusher Drew Sanders, whose futures for the remainder of the season remain uncertain. Additionally, the Broncos have maxed out their practice squad promotions for off-ball linebackers Zach Cunningham and Quan Alexander, further emphasizing the roster constraints the team is navigating. A turning point for the Broncos. While Dulcich's departure underscores the harsh realities of the NFL, it also signals a shift for the Broncos as they seek to build a more cohesive and reliable roster. Injuries have undoubtedly taken their toll on the team's plans, but the decision to move on from Dulcich reflects a commitment to maximizing opportunities for players who can contribute immediately. As the Broncos look ahead, they'll continue to adapt to the challenges of roster management, balancing the development of young talent with the pressing demands of the current season. For Greg Dulcich, the next chapter of his career remains unwritten, but his potential could still attract interest from teams willing to invest in his recovery and growth.